Hey, what's up, Greg? This is for you. Nobody else. I'm just going to post it and send it to you, so it's kind of a shoddy video. I'm going to go the basics. Assume that you know nothing. Hopefully this is all in frame. I'm doing this by myself. I've got the large Versa grips. I think they're all the same, right? So I'm just going to start from the basics. How do you put them on your wrist? Well, see the two pads that are on the inside? And then see how this is cut? You put the pads so they're touching your skin, and the cut is where your thumb goes. So hold on to this. The pads go on the inside, and you wrap the strap on the outside so the metal buckles on the outside. And you just pull your strap through and tighten it. That's how it goes on. Make sure your thumb is right there in the little cut. And just you're able to hold on to it like this. That's how it goes on. And just make sure your pads are positioned comfortably on the inside of the strap. If you need to loosen it or adjust it or tighten it, I might have too big. This is the large straps, I think, but the owners of Versa Grips sized them for me when I was at the Arnold, so I hope they know what they're doing. And then the other one goes on the same way. Pads on the inside, metal buckle on the outside. Feed your strap through. Your little thumb cutout goes up against your thumb. And then you just tighten the straps so they're comfortable, and then they're on. And that's it. They just dangle in front of your hands, in front of your palms, just like that. And I'm going to go very lightweight just so I can show you how I'm wearing them. If I'm doing anything where I'm lifting or curling, where the weight is between me and my hands, the grips go on the inside of the palm. So, for instance, the dumbbell's on the rack, right? I'm going to do some curls. I just put the grip right on the outside of the thing and twist my fingers around it so the grip is between the weight and my palm. And the weight stays there. You don't have to use your fingers. These are easy. This is the easy exercise to show you. Where they really come into play, for me personally, I have a tendinopathy in my elbow. So whenever I do lateral raises or front raises or shoulder presses or anything pushing away where there's a torque on my elbow, these things really help, because what you do is you take the grip and you put it on the outside of the dumbbell, and then you wrap your fingers around the weight so that now you don't have to really grip, you just pretty much touch the grip. And I don't even need to use my thumb for this if I don't have to. I can have the grips holding the weight. So now there's no torque on my arm right here at all. I can lift the weights without any kind of worry, and I'm letting my shoulder muscle for this particular exercise do the work. I'm not gripping. I have a really light touch on the weight. All right, so that's how I love these for this exercise. Now, another exercise where I've increased weight is anything with my back, where the same philosophy holds into play. You wrap the grips around the outside of the weight, and you just hold on to the grip itself where the weight is on the inside. Here's a close-up. And I'm just lightly touching the weight, so I let my muscle actually pull the weight without having to squeeze on this dumbbell. All right? Now, I'm out of focus right now, but I'm going to demonstrate how I do it with the deadlift too. This is just a bar. So say you're about to do a deadlift. Straight leg. Some people do alternate grips like this, but I like to keep my hands, palms facing towards me, knuckles on the outside. So when I'm bending over, either that exercise or a deadlift, but when you use these, the philosophy is the same. You grip it. This bar might be a little too wide. On the outside of the bar, and you let your wrist hold the weight. And I'm pretty much just lightly touching these grips on the outside, and it holds the weight in place. Here's a close-up. Pretend this is a barbell. All right, so the wrist is now holding and supporting all this weight. Where if I'm going to do bent over rows or deadlift, straight leg or bent leg, See, now there's nothing in my grip. Nothing's happening on my fingertips. I have no weight on my hands. It's all in my wrist. If I wanted to do deadlifts, the weight is all in the VersaGrips. Same philosophy goes if I was going to do the same exercise or the same kind of a grip on pull-ups or lat pulls. The VersaGrips go on the outside of the bar where the fingertips just hold on to it very lightly, so your wrist is supporting all your weight. So if I'm going to be doing some pull-ups, which I suck at, I can't even lift my own body weight, but with these I can, because my wrist and my grip is not holding on to for dear life onto this bar. I'm just lightly touching the top, and the material of the VersaGrips hold on to the bar. And all I have to do is lightly touch the VersaGrips, and everything stays in place. So if I'm doing pull-ups or anything, this is where they really come into play, where you're doing something for your back. All right. What else? Bench presses, anything but your chest, you just flip it around. And if you're pushing your weight against you, the VersaGrips go between your palms and the weight. And you just push up. They're not really that great for that kind of an exercise because you're really allowing the weight of the barbell pushing against your hands and you don't need too much of a grip. They're mostly for use for dumbbells and barbell pulls, back exercises. And that's where I get my money's worth, because of my elbow and just because my back's not that strong for pulling exercises. If I were to be doing seated cable rows, same philosophy applies. VersaGrip goes on the outside of the bar. You grip it, maybe you give it a little twist so you can get a good finger hold on it. Pretend this is a seated dumbbell pull. And you just pull with your wrist instead of your grip. All right? Hope that helps. Have a nice day.